Alright, hello everyone out there. Today I'm gonna do my my next few Blu-Rays, because I can only put on 10 minutes on YouTube because whatever. Anyway, so we'll just jump right into this. Next movie up after Exorcism of Emily Rose is The Eye. It's Jessica Alba. Not a fantastic movie, but I enjoyed it enough to want to buy it. I like Jessica Alba. I don't know, this movie. It's a little bit different than all the remakes that I've seen over the recent years. So, I got the DVD with it. I think it was $20. I actually got the DVD and the Blu-ray. So I think it was well worth my money. Next up are two more movies of Jessica Alba. I'll just talk about them together. Fantastic Four, and then the sequel, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. I don't know why these movies get such bad bad press, whatever. I like both of them. They're fun, entertaining movies. I like the second one a lot better than the first one, but they're entertaining movies. I like them. I don't care what anyone else says. So, after that, we have one of my absolute favorite horror movies, The Fly. This movie I love this movie. I actually saw it for the first time on Sci-Fi Channel when Sci-Fi used to show movies at midnight on Saturday nights, and this is one of them, and I just remember loving this movie and going out and buying it on VHS, like, weeks later. This looks really good on Blu-ray. It looks really, really, really good. And it's got all the same special features as the 2-disc, which is a rarity with Fox DVDs, since they don't know how to fucking put their movies on, DVD, or Blu-ray. So, next up is actually Freddy vs. Jason. This is not available in America. I actually bought this from Canada. I got it pretty much because I was told that it looked really good and sounded really good on Blu-ray. There's absolutely no special features. There's not even a menu. There is a pop-up menu, but the only three options on there are the three audio options. Sounds fantastic. Looks pretty good. I don't know if it was worth $23 I spent, but whatever. Next one I don't actually have with me right now. I have it lent out to a friend. It's Friday the 13th. I just recently bought that. That movie actually really surprised me on how good it looked on Blu-ray, because I figured, a low-budget horror movie from almost 30 years ago is going to look kind of crappy, but I was very, very, very surprised by how good it looked. It's uncut, the death scenes are uncut, and, that's pretty much, the only reason that I got it. And, the special features are okay, but, it looks really good, so it was worth the buy. Next up after that is Get Smart. This movie's really funny. That's why I bought it. Basically, if I like a movie, I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray, and this movie is really funny. It's got a fucking digital copy. I'm gonna go into that stuff in detail later, but it looks pretty good. It's a new movie, so it's gonna look good on Blu-ray. And it comes with some stupid game, a DVD game, which I'm not going to fucking play, but whatever. Next up is some of the best looking Blu-rays, in a while. The Godfather Collection. I have yet to see 2 and 3. I've seen 1 twice. This was a pretty well worth it, collection. Even if you haven't seen the movies, it's worth buying because they've been redone. Francis Ford Coppola, approved of how it looks, and it's worth it. I'd check it out. Next up is one of my really favorites. In my top 10 movies, Goodfellas. Love this movie. You can go into detail. You can check out my video, my top 10 films video, to go into detail on it. But it was one of the first Blu-rays that I bought. Next up, we have the 2007 Hairspray. Bought this day before Christmas, 2007. I really like this movie. I like musicals, so this movie has some really good musical numbers in it. There's a lot of good dance sequences and shit. Everyone in this movie is really good, and it's a really fun, entertaining movie to check out. Next up, one I didn't actually pay for, Halloween. I got this free at a convention. This past June 2008, I was at Anchor Bay's table at a horror movie convention answering trivia questions, and this is one of the things that they gave out because I was like one of maybe 1 or 2 people who had a Blu-ray player in the crowd, so I got that. It looks pretty good. You know, like I said with Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, it looks good. It's missing a lot of the special features from 25th anniversary DVD, but you know whatever. It looks decent. And audio, I didn't really even notice anything different. I'm sure it does sound better. I don't know. Next one up is the remake of Halloween, the Rob Zombie one. I bought this first to have it on Blu-ray, and second of all because it has a 4.5 hour documentary on the making of the movie, and it's a really good documentary. You know, the making of Devil's Rejects was really good, so yeah, I liked it, and this really looks fantastic on Blu-ray. Next up, we have a movie that I didn't think was going to look good on Blu-ray, and it did, and that's House of a Thousand Corpses, another Rob Zombie movie. The reason I didn't think it was going to look good is because I, at one point, owned Devil's Rejects on Blu-ray, and it looked terrible. And I ended up selling it because I didn't like the way it looked. And I was skeptical about this, but I had rented it from Netflix and saw how good it looked, and I got it for $20 at Walmart. So, yeah, it looks pretty good, you know. Next one up is a weird one to have on Blu-ray. I Know What You Did Last Summer. As you guys should know, I'm a slasher film buff, and this is not one of my favorite, but it's a good movie. You know, it's there for to watch every once in a while. It's got Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar. I like both of them, so it's got all the same special features and whatnot. So the movie looks pretty good. You know. Next up, we have a movie that got a lot of mixed reviews. It was a really anticipated movie, but it got a lot of mixed things, and that's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yes, I had problems with it just like everyone did. I found it enjoyable to some point. It's not as good as the original three, but, what the hell, I thought it was still a decent movie worth watching, and it looks really good on Blu-ray. Next one I actually own on HD DVD and Blu-ray, and that's The Invasion with Nicole Kidman. I like this movie. It's a remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is also a great movie, and my brother doesn't like this movie, and I've heard some other people say they didn't like it, but I enjoyed it. It's got a creepy feeling to it, like it should, and I think it's enjoyable. I love Nicole Kidman. So, next up we have one of my top 5 picks of 2008. That's Iron Man, movie that I was dragged to see. I didn't want to go see because I didn't think it looked good, and I love it. And the Blu-ray, of course, it's a newer movie. It's an action movie, and it looks fantastic on Blu-ray. Next up we have Juno, which was nominated for a few Academy Awards last year. I find this movie very entertaining. It's funny. Diablo Cody, who wrote it, I don't care what people say. I think she deserved the Academy Award for this movie. Very entertaining movie. You should check it out if you haven't seen it already. Next up we have Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2. Bought them because I wanted them on Blu-ray, and they look good. I don't have anything else to say about that. Next up, we have Men in Black. Another movie I just bought to have on Blu-ray. It's an action movie. I have yet to actually sit down and watch this. I don't even know how it looks or sounds or anything like that. So, yeah. After that, we have one of my favorite horror movies, The Mist. I remember seeing this movie the first time. I was up till like 4:30 in the morning watching this movie. This movie's fucking fantastic, and it looks really good on Blu-ray, and it sounds unbelievably fantastic too. And the last one for this portion, for this part anyway, is the first National Treasure movie. I love these movies. Bought this when the second one came out. I kind of glanced at it. It looked pretty good. I haven't really watched either one of them yet all the way through on Blu-ray, so, it looks as it looks, so. And just real quick, in my last minute I have here, I filmed the last one in a few parts. That's why it kind of transitions to another thing. Whatever. I can only put 10 minutes up, so. So that's part 2 of Blu-rays. Stick around for part 3.